Hi, I'm Walter Hatchett, and we're here at Spring Creek today. And Spring Creek is a 682-acre tract in Sumter County, Georgia, just west of Cordele, Georgia, and west of Lake Blackshear. And Spring Creek is an exceptional, high-quality deer property. It's totally high fenced, but it's just a one-of-a-kind property for the southeast here, in that it has some just truly spectacular hardwood bottoms here that are just exceptional. And the deer quality, the diversity of Spring Creek with some pine uplands, some open fields, beautiful dove field, beautiful bass lake, but the big clover fields here, the Tecumseh clover fields here that they keep year round are just truly, God, they're just off the wall nice. So it just makes this place, the deer quality and the deer hunting here and all around hunting, whether it be, turkey hunting. We've seen all kind of turkeys on the place, but the deer hunting is just truly exceptional. It's probably, it's got to be a 12 out of a 10. BJ, you've been here for how long? You've been working with Brad?
3 years.
3 years? Well, man, I tell you what, when I come visit a place like this, particularly a high-quality deer place, the first thing I notice is really the quality of food plots that that the owner has, and these food plots that y'all have here, man, they are some of the most awesome clover plots I've ever seen on a place. I mean, they are really, really nice. How many acres do y'all have here of food plots?
55.
55. Well, that's a lot for a place like this, and being the size of it that it is. And you said you found this shed here in this field?
Yep.
Wow, that's a fine shed for anywhere. But these clover plots, I see the browse and the chicory, and or where they've been browsing. I mean, this is just, what do y'all do to keep them this way?
Pull soil samples, lime, fertilize, just keep the soil right, keep the pH where it needs to be, and do aerate when needed.
Yeah.
We start over every 3 or 4 years with them.
Yeah. Well, that's about what it takes is really maintaining them, keep them fertilized, keep them aerated. You got some pretty heavy clay soils here in places, but man, it'll grow clover and grow chicory. And y'all have done a great job. I commend you on it. But this is what it takes to grow, high quality deer, big deer. I've had the pleasure of knowing the former owner, who owned it for about 15 years, good friend of mine, and he was passionate about deer hunting, strictly for the most part bow hunted. And then the current owner is, golly, his passion is, I thought the former owner you couldn't have any more passion that he had about deer, but the current owner is just off the charts passionate about deer hunting. Well, Brad, you and I go pretty good ways back now. You ended up buying this property from a good friend of mine, Paul Hydrug, down in Central Florida. And he had it for like 15 years before you had it, managing it. And, you and I met shortly thereafter, but it was a crazy story how you and I met, but Paul had managed his place, and you ended up buying it, and man, you've turned it into something spectacular.
I appreciate it. It's a small world how we met, and somebody showed me this property, and I really wasn't looking for another place. But when we pulled on this property, my family and I, and saw the hardwoods, diverse everything. It's hardwoods, pines, open fields, ponds. It was over. My wife said, I think we should do it. We always have water. We have our ponds, which we've improved. But I just didn't think it was lacking anything, and I thought with the proper management, we could take it to another level.
Brad, after you bought the property, what was the main reason that you went ahead and decided to high fence it? And by the way, your high fence, that company you got from Texas, man, it is a really, really nice high fence. It's not, I can tell it's not a cheap high fence. It's first class as well.
It is. I researched the high fence in Georgia. I talked to friends who've done it, and we've been able to grow the top. We were doing it right here, about as high quality a deer as you're going to get in South Georgia. When you add the high fence in, it's the management tool to grow the native deer. You never touch these deer. These are wild deer, Georgia deer, South Georgia deer.
No,
No, you don't. None of that.
Yeah.
You don't bring anything in. It says Georgia. The laws are clear. You got your fence, and it allows the deer to get to the proper age. It's the age class.
Sure.
We've got genetics.
Yeah.
Paul did it before us.
Yeah, Paul did it.
He was growing
You know,
160 class bucks.
This Flint River corridor here,
Yes.
with these Wisconsin genetics and all, you've got the genetics.
The genetics
They
are here.
age.
And I'll be honest with you, before we did the high fence, I had cameras out. I could not believe what we grew without a fence.
Sure.
So then we took those genetics, we put up the fence, and like you said, we didn't cut any corners. I got a guy out of Texas. This is what they do for a living. First class. He's not cheap,
Yeah.
but he's the best.
Well, these are galvanized corners. I mean,
Oh, yes.
galvanized posts.
This is a real deal. This fence will be there when I'm gone.
This fence will be here for
Long
a
time.
long time.
And it's allowed us to take the herd to the highest level, and we're taking it. And you can hunt here and kill bigger deer than anywhere in the world, right here in South Georgia, because of that tool.
You hunt everywhere.
I hunt everywhere.
I've hunted a lot of different states myself, and this area of South Georgia, this is as good as it gets in the southeast.
And the setting of the cabin when you come in, you saw it.
It's beautiful.
You go through hardwoods, you
Yeah.
pull through food plots, and you come to the cabin, and it's incredible. My wife's a big cook, so she wanted, with a big family, we wanted to really have a good place to entertain and be able to cook. And she did you've seen it. She did an upgrade. I mean, commercial appliances, top of the line. The kitchen, we expanded the kitchen.
Yeah. Your mom and daddy love to hunt.
My parents come out here. I mean, it's family. We've had church groups here. I mean, it's just been amazing. We've used it. So then the metal shop, we built a game room on here. I don't know how big it is, 1,500 square feet probably, the room, with pine walls. We've got our trophies hanging. We got TV. We cook out. We have groups over. It's been great. The kids come over here. There's ping pong. We use this place now, and we've improved the structures. It's paradise when we come here. I mean, I'm sitting here looking here right now going, why am I talking to you?
You have great improvements here, a beautiful log home, cabin, lodge. You know, have some other outbuildings that have, game rooms for the kids. It's just truly a family type property. Have great bass fishing in the lakes that have, they are managed to the 10 too. And you have the beautiful hardwoods, the uplands, the road systems are great. The Tecumani clover food plots, about over 50 acres of beautiful, beautiful clover fields that are just, furnish the deer really, superb nutrition year round. And then he has a year-round feeding program with that as well. And so it's just, if you're passionate about deer hunting and you love deer hunting, or you love the outdoors, and you want to expose your family to the outdoors, you need to come see Spring Creek. It's one of a kind property here in South Georgia, and again, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably about a 12.